Shri Tripura Rahasyam MahatmyaKhandam Chapter 11. Listening to such a splendid legend of the triple manifestation of Tripura Sundari, which was like the fresh honey of joy from the lotus face of Sri Dattatreya, the wonder-struck Parashurama's mind was submerged in the blissful ocean of nectar. Then Parashurama uttered words filled with love and devotion. O Guru Dattatreya, I had never heard such a wonderful legend which you narrated. Drinking that ambrosial river like story through my ears, my thirst is not quenched. Instead, it is increasing every moment, just as the desire of a lustful person when he sees a beautiful woman. O Guru, O Lord of auspiciousness, O compassionate one, you have told me very well the great, auspicious, and purifying legend of the triple forms of the Devi. Now tell me the story of Gauri and other forms. Being thus repeatedly requested, the great sage Dattatreya spoke in pleasant, dignified, and sweet words. O Bhargava, listen to the purifying story of Gauri and others. After wedding, Gauri, Rama, and Vani, Rudra, and others were engaged in their duties happily and comfortably. In such created worlds, because of non difference in action, all human beings on the earth were of equal temperament. Disparities like rich, poor, or happier were absent. There was no lord, no servant, no king, and no subjects. Everything looked equa- equanimous like the mind of a yogi. When people were in such a state, there was no yajna, no reward, no giving, nor worship. Everything was peaceful and unperturbed. In such a condition on the earth, the gods, led by Indra, did not find enjoyment for want of service from human beings. Then the thousand eyed Indra, along with other gods, humbly saluted and asked Brihaspati, who was seated in the assembly, O learned Brihaspati, O Guru, you are our preceptor. You are taken to be the boat by the gods to cross the ocean of difficulties. Hence, look at the kind of trouble we are facing now. We have heard in the Veda that human beings are subordinate to gods. Think, how can the words of Brahma become false? If the human beings fall to our strategy, then they will not be independent and they will come under our rule as our followers. Quickly think how we can achieve that. You are our savior during difficulties, like the maker of collyrium to the blind person. Hearing Indra, Brihaspati the Guru thought for a while and addressed Indra and other gods. O Indra, listen with interest to my advice for the fulfillment of the desire of gods. Go soon along with your gods and surrender to the lotus seated Brahma who will bless you. He is the all knowing independent Lord of creation. This alone will be for your good and redressal of fear. There is no other means to achieve your wants. Listening to the words of Brihaspati the Guru and accepting his advice and saluting him, Indra, the lord of Sachi Devi, along with gods, mens, and Guhyakas, demigods, went to Satya Loka, the abode of Brahma. There, Indra reached the outer court of Brahma, which was 100 yojanas wide and 20 yojanas long and 30 yojanas high. It was bright with diamond pillars, and by its reflection, the brilliance of the gold flooring was enhanced. The marble roofing was mixed with the glow from the flooring. The row of pearls looked variegated by its contact with the three types of light. The eyes of the diamond dolls enclosed in the pillars were shining with marble bits, sapphire like pupils, and attractive eyelids. Brahma's court was filled with fragrance of sandal, musk, and the many aromatic powders of Kashmir. The door arches were decorated with gems and golden designs. The pillars, beautified by plantain and betel stems and nets of flower garlands. It was cooled by a mild breeze. In the center was the throne of Brahma, which was densely decorated with gems and an umbrella of pearls. All around there were thousands of many types of seats. In those were seated the great sages like Kapila, Bhrigu, Sanaka, and other yogis. These sages were being fanned by lovely, proud young women with a beauty equaling crores of cupids. As the rays of smile emanating from their faces, resembling full moon, were falling on the rows of eyes of the carved images on the pillars, the eyes were dripping pure water continuously, as if they were the tears of joy produced by seeing the beauty of the court. There on the throne was the fresh coral colored Brahma, with graceful four faces intent on interpreting the Supreme Spirit. The Lord of the heaven saw that grand Brahma. Even in Satyaloka, Brahma has assumed two forms for protecting the world. Devendra and other gods who were given to pleasures, having tested nectar, have no entry into the inner court of Brahma. Only those who have conquered the cravings of the senses are allowed there. Those who enter the inner court will not be infatuated nor reach lower levels. They will not be slaves to desire, anger, and so on. Those with desire, anger, and the like can enter only the outer court. Hence, Brahma appears in two forms in Satyaloka. In that outer court, Indra, along with other gods, saw Brahma, the lord of the world, and prostrated from a distance. Later, all the gods prostrated with folded palms. Seeing them, Brahma spoke immediately, O subduer of demon, Paka, that is Indra, get up along with gods, have no fear. Your wants will be fulfilled. Tell me quickly why you have come here. Hearing the words of Brahma, Indra, the wielder of thunderbolt, stood up along with other gods and started to narrate his account with his lotus palms folded on his head. O Brahma, you are our refuge in all our actions. By obeying your orders, we are ruling the three worlds. My lordship of the worlds is certainly because of a fraction of your grace. Further, my lordship of this type over the three worlds is indeed derived by contemplating on you, the Lord. It is also like the echo of the thunder from an insignificant grass. I am not respected, served, liked, worshipped, nor saluted, nor praised by human beings. O Brahma, your earlier words that human beings will be subordinate to gods have not come into force even today. The gods respect me because of their respect to your words. I am in this rank as Indra on the pretext of belief and not on authority. I have narrated my entire predicament properly before you. O Lord, please order our further action. Hearing the words of the thousand eyed Indra, the Creator reflected a little and replied in a dignified voice, O Indra, listen to what I will tell you of the reason regarding your problem, why human beings are not adoring you. Everyone is dependent on another for selfish gain. For him who has no selfishness, what is to be gained from me or Hari or Shankara? For him, this entire world, including Ishvara, is more trivial than a straw. Everyone depends on another for some selfish gain. But there is no use from you, gods, to the human beings. Hence, how do you, gods who are non beneficial to them, deserve respect? Therefore, go to my sister, the auspicious Lakshmi, who is seated on a lotus. By pleasing her, the consort of Vishnu attain prosperity quickly. Hearing the words of Brahma, Indra, the Lord of Heaven, saluted him and reached the Himalayan area to obtain the grace of Lakshmi. End of the 11th chapter of the MahatmyaKhandam of Sri Tripura Rahasyam. Chapter 12. Thereupon Indra and others standing at the foot of the Himalaya praised Padma, the consort of Hari, near the celestial river Ganga. Salutations to Lakshmi, to the great Devi, to Padma, repeated salutations to her, who pleases Vishnu, to her who is seated on the lotus. Your residence is the chest of Hari. You are the elder among goddesses. Your manifestation is auspicious. You are lotus eyed. You reside in a lotus. You hold lotuses. You are the supreme. O Lakshmi, you bestow supreme bliss. By your sideway glances, you destroy the distress of your devotees. You make Aruna happy. You are Mahalakshmi. You are triple powered. You are the empire. You grant all types of happiness. You are the Devi of riches. You grant riches. You are worshipped by Kubera. You are lauded in Vedas. You are the peak of eternal prosperity. You are the approbator of wealth. You are the mother of all. You are the praised Devi. You are Rama. You are the protectress. You are charming. You are the best among women. Reciting thus the 28 names of Lakshmi, the consort of Hari and the power of Brahma, Indra, and other gods stood there calmly. When the gods thus meditating on her surrendered, Lakshmi appeared soon to please them. She was effulgent like the combined luster of infinite lightnings. She was red lotus hued. She wore a golden garment. She held in her four lotus like hands, four shining hundred petal lotuses. Her soft lips outdid the ripe cherry fruit. She was surrounded by bees, which were attracted by the fragrance in her mouth. Her eyes, which granted elegance to blue lilies, extended up to the ears. Her full moon like face had the mask mark on the forehead. She was fully embellished with precious gem set jewels. Seeing such form of Devi Rama, the gods filled with tears of joy, prostrated and praised with choked voices. Looking at them, Lakshmi, with a smile and a sweet voice like a flood of honey, spoke, O thousand-eyed Indra, O gods, the enemies of the demons, praised by secret names, I am pleased. You can ask from me your desired boon. Hearing those words, Indra and other gods spoke with folded palms. O mother, when you are pleased, what is not achievable? What want remains after getting the Kalpataru? O mother, make the human being subordinate to us so that Indra will be the lord of the three worlds. O Shiva, grant us a boon. O Shiva, grant us a boon by which all human beings will be obedient to us and perform sacrifices for our sake. Thus addressed by the gods, the Devi spoke sweetly. O gods, listen to me. I am the goddess of wealth. From today, those human beings who systematically worship Indra and other gods will obtain desired prosperity. The wealth of those who neglect the gods will perish fast, like the water in a pond during summer. With those persons who always praise me with the names of adoration uttered by you, I will stay happily always. Those persons who worship me with these 28 names on a Friday in the evening and recite my 108 names and worship a married woman with one of my 28 names and offer food containing chickpeas will attain permanent wealth in 28 weeks. Similarly, I am always graceful to you. You go to your heavenly abode happily. Your desire has been achieved. Saying so, the Supreme Devi disappeared. Thereupon Indra and other gods saluted with devotion to the direction where the Devi disappeared and returned to their abode with a feeling of accomplishment. After a lapse of a long time, the gods seated in the heavenly court called Sudharma, supported by Brihaspati, who was listening, addressed Indra, who was on his throne. O Lord of gods, hear our logical words. The boon which Lakshmi had granted in the past is not effective anywhere on the earth. We find one in a lakh or a thousand who is devoted to us. Others are without any desire for action. Our desire has not been fulfilled even today. Hence, O Indra, reflect on what would be suitable and good for us in the future. Giving a thought to the words of the gods, Indra bowed to Brihaspati, the Guru, and spoke with folded palms. O Guru, please analyze why we are not successful. The words of the consort of Hari cannot become false. Then why are human beings not duly worshipping us? There is nothing in the three worlds which is unknown to you. Like Vishnu, you really know the mind of everyone. Therefore, tell us by what we will achieve good quickly. Hearing the words of Indra, Brihaspati closed his eyes and meditated for a long time and spoke to the Lord of the gods. O Indra, listen to my words that will promote prosperity. After some time, undoubtedly, your desires will be satisfied. Go again, along with the group of gods, to Lakshmi. By pleasing her, you will have your wants. There is no other means by which your needs will be met quickly. Hence, seek shelter under the great Devi who grants protection. Hearing the words of Brihaspati, the lord of the heaven went to the banks of the Ganga at the foot of the Himalayan mountain. There, after bathing in the limpid Ganges water, he decided to perform penance along with other gods. Meditating on the pair of lotus feet of the beautiful wife of Hari and repeating several times her 28 names, Indra and other gods did penance, standing on their toes, pressing the ground with arms lifted up with no support, with air as their food, with concentration, with their body, eyes, and mind still appearing like idols carved in stone. Thus, after a lapse of 21 months, O Parashurama, Devi appeared there, pleased by their fierce penance. Appearing there, the Devi Lakshmi saw Indra and other gods resembling wood and wall, immersed in meditation, and spoke. O Indra and gods, refrain from this terrible penance. Pleased with you, I am here to grant boons. Tell me what you want. I will grant that undoubtedly. Listening to the melodious words of the Devi, the gods opened their eyes and saw the consort of Hari as before, who was smiling and casting her glances. They prostrated before her and started praising with their voice, indistinct and choked with joy. O Lakshmi, you are ever united with Narayana. Salutations to you. You are the thunderbolt unto the mountain of misery of helpless devotees. Protect us who have submitted to you. By a small fraction of your grace, men who are lame and blind compete with Brahma and others. You are so supreme that without you, Vishnu, even though he is the primordial Purusha, will not be able to protect the world. You are the supreme powerful Devi. Of you are the word and its meaning. You are the essence of everything. You are the power of the creator Brahma, the protective power of Vishnu, the sustainer, the destructive power of Rudra, the dissoluter. Salutations to you of such glory. Thus praising her, the gods started narrating their story. O mother, erstwhile we obtained a boon from you and went back to the heaven. That boon has not become effective even this day. Human beings are not worshipping us so. O great Devi, make them really worship us and devoted to us and subordinate to us. Hearing the words of gods, the Devi thought to help them and spoke, O powerful gods, listen to me. The boon given by me previously is valid now also. Human beings, because of certain circumstances, are desireless. So what? Let it be so. Even now I will accomplish your request. Stating thus, the Devi quickly created a brilliant boy from her mind and gave him to the gods and spoke to them. This boy, named Kama, Cupid, is very powerful and he will surely achieve your purpose. With his association, truly the human beings will obey you. Take him with you for achieving your wants. To the boy she said, O Kama, my child, for the benefit of the gods, you conquer all the human beings and bring them under the control of Indra and other gods. Thus, addressing them, she disappeared even as the gods were watching. Then the gods saluted the Devi and proceeded along with Kama. After reaching the heaven, they extended all hospitality to Kama. Then, along with the gods, Indra smilingly addressed him humbly with all praise. O Kama, you have been created by Devi Rama from her mind for our good, but you are a 5-year-old lad. Tell me how you will help us achieve our desired goal. Hearing the words of Indra and taking it as an insult, Kama, with red angry eyes and quivering lips, spoke, O Indra, it doesn't befit you to disrespect me. A lion, though young, can punish a group of elephants. Do you not know that a spark of fire can destroy the entire army? For a strong person, time or place has no significance. Instead, it is a natural phenomenon. Hence, tell me what your desire is. O Shakra, you will see me accomplishing that in a moment. The impediment to my success is just the time taken by you to tell me that. Hearing Kama, Indra said, O Kama, do not be angry. What was told by us was to enhance your potential. What was uttered by Devi Rama will never be false. That will be really true. You are born from the mind of the Supreme Devi. Born out of the consort of Hari, there is nothing impossible for you. Your task is to make human beings obey us and regularly worship us through sacrifice, by which I will be the Lord of the three worlds. Human beings should be ruled by us as our subordinates. Listening to those words of Indra, Kama, arrogant by his strength, spoke smilingly and tactfully to the gods and pleased them. End of the 12th chapter of the Mahatmya Khandam of Sri Tripura Rahasyam.